Griffins were mythical creatures characterized by the head and wings of an eagle and the body of a lion. They likely originated in Near Eastern art and mythology, but found their way into Greek mythology at an early stage. According to Greek legends, griffins lived at the farthest reaches of the world, where they guarded hoards of gold and clashed with the legendary one-eyed Arimaspians. The origin of the term griffin has become obscure over time, and it may have a connection to the Greek adjective grypos, meaning hooked or bent. Some scholars suggest a Semitic origin, linking it to the Akkadian word karubu, signifying blessing, and the Hebrew term cherub. According to most Greek sources, griffins inhabited remote northern or northwestern regions of the world, such as the steppes of Eastern Europe and Central Asia. This area was believed to be home to various legendary races like the Hyperboreans, Isidones, and Arimaspians. Pomponius Mela, a 1st century sea geographer, placed griffins in the mythical Rhipaean mountains of northern Eurasia. However, some sources mention griffins residing in India near gold deposits in the mountains. Greek descriptions of griffins depicted them as large creatures with the head and wings of an eagle and the body of a lion. Aeschylus referred to them as the sharp-beaked hounds of Zeus that do not bark. Some accounts suggested they had leopard-like spots, although this was not universally accepted. Indian griffins were sometimes described in greater detail, resembling the size of wolves with lion-like legs and claws, along with colorful plumage, black feathers covering most of their bodies, red breast feathers, blue neck feathers, and white wings. One notable description of Indian griffins in Philostratus' Life of Apollonius of Tyana mentioned their sacred status to Helios, the sun god. They were depicted as having the strength of lions with the advantage of wings, capable of taking on elephants and dragons, but not particularly adept at long-distance flight. Griffins appeared in Greek and Aegean art as early as the Bronze Age. They remained popular throughout the Archaic and Classical periods. Greek griffins typically had pointed ears, gaping beaks, and often sported crests or knobs on their heads. They were common decorative motifs on various objects, including bronze and pottery utensils, as well as armor, where they were sometimes depicted in battle or hunting scenes. Griffins originated in the Near East, with archaeological evidence suggesting their presence in Elam, an ancient Iranian civilization, as early as the 4th millennium BCE. They gradually spread across the Mediterranean, reaching predynastic Egypt by 3000 BCE, and Syria by the 2nd millennium BCE. Griffins also made their way to Anatolia and the Aegean, appearing in Minoan Crete's frescoes, such as those found in the palace of Knossos around 1500 BCE. The earliest known reference to griffins in Greek literature is attributed to Hesiod, possibly dating back to the 8th or 7th century BCE. In Greek mythology, griffins were fierce creatures residing at the edge of the world, guarding vast gold deposits. Legends spoke of the Arimaspians, a one-eyed, warlike race who frequently attempted to steal this gold. The primary source for this myth was the semi-legendary poet Aristeas of Proconnesus, who claimed to have visited the griffins, Arimaspians, and other extraordinary beings in the Far East. Pop culture. The Greek griffin has had a profound influence on Western imagination. Griffins have appeared in works of art and literature throughout history, including Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy and John Milton's Paradise Lost. They are also featured in modern retellings of Greek mythology, such as Rick Riordan's The Son of Neptune. Griffins have been a common motif in heraldry and continue to appear on crests and logos for various entities like United Paper Mills, Vauxhall Motors, and Scania. Additionally, griffins are prevalent in fantasy literature, films, TV shows, and games, including well-known franchises like Warcraft, Dungeons and Dragons, Harry Potter, The Spiderwick Chronicles, and The Chronicles of Narnia.